So today we're going to look at rotations, and this is one of those ones where I just kind of need you to trust me on this is how it works, because it's really hard to look at and prove and kind of a pain. So first thing I want is for you to set up 2-column notes, just like I have. All right, and we're going to look at direction. Pause this video as you need to get stuff written down. All right, so first we're going to look at directions because it's going to give you 2 directions. It's going to give you clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, so clockwise means it goes with the clock. So it's going to be turning in this direction. Counterclockwise means it goes against the clock. So it's going to be going in the other direction. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you are doing these problems, because when you're looking at your final result, it should look like it went in the correct direction. Okay, so we're going to start with the easiest one. The easiest one is 180-degree rotation, because that doesn't go clockwise or counterclockwise because it doesn't matter. It'd be the same thing. So we're going to do 180 degrees. Okay, so for this one, all you have to do is you're gonna have your original point, X, Y, and you are going to change this to the opposite and change this to the opposite. And that's it. So your 180 degrees, so after 180 degrees, it's just going to be the opposite of whatever you had for X and the opposite of whatever you had for Y. So if your original points were 2, 3, they're going to become -2, -3. If your original points were -4, 6, they become a +4 and a -6. Okay? You're just going to do the opposite of each one. Opposite, opposite. So if it's positive, it becomes negative. If it's negative, it becomes positive. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a couple sets of coordinates. You go ahead and give me the 180. So this is the original. And you write the 180-degree rotation over here. So after you get the coordinates written down, pause it, and then go back and check your answers after you got it. So let's do -3, -6, 4, -2, 0, 7, and -4, 3. Okay, so pause it now, get those problems done, and then check your answers. Okay, so for your answers, you should have 3, 6, -4, +2, 0, -7, and +4, -3. Okay, everything just changed to the opposite. But other than that, nothing changed. Okay, if you have a question, let me know. But you should be good on that one. All right, so the next one. Next one we're going to look at is the 90-degree clockwise rotation. This is sometimes referred to as a 270-degree counterclockwise rotation. Okay, but it kind of varies. I think more often lately we've been seeing the 90-degree clockwise, but this is what they used to say all the time, so it just might vary in what you see. Okay, so for this one, 90-degree clockwise, you are going to have your original point. And what you're going to do to get your new point is change this to the opposite. This is not going to change, so it's going to stay the same. You're going to keep it. And then you are going to flip the points. Flip the points. Okay, so rotation is going to look like this. Your y did not change in value, your x became the opposite, and they flipped. All right, so for example, I'm going to use a color because I'm running out of paper. If you originally have 2, 3, then you're going to make this the opposite. You're going to keep this the same, and you're going to flip them. So you're going to end up with a rotation of 3, -2. Okay, so and when you graph, if you were looking at that on a graph, it should look like it went 90 degrees in this direction. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's say you have -4, 6. You're going to make this a +4 and then flip them around. So it's going to become 6, +4 is your new coordinates. All right, so I'm just going to give you a couple to do right down here. All right, so the original will be here. I'm going to do -3, 5, 4, -6, and let's do 7, 2, and 0, 1. Okay, so go ahead and do those and pause it, and then come back and check your answers. Okay, so let's check the answers. Let's keep in mind we're going to change each of the x's to its opposite. Now 0 doesn't change to an opposite because 0 is just 0. And then we're going to flip around. So we have 5, +3, -6, -4, 2, -7, and 1, 0. Okay, so you had to change it, keep this one, and then flip it. Okay, so you're going to change, keep, flip. Change, keep, flip for that one. Okay, so set up another page of 2 column notes because there's one more rotation that we have to do, and then start the video again. Okay, so we just have one more rotation to do, and that would be the 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, so for this one, it is similar to the 90-degree clockwise, which is why this can be a little bit confusing sometimes. But you have to learn it. So, all right, so here's our original point, the x, y. All right, so what we're gonna do this time is we're going to keep this one the same. We are going to make this one the opposite. Okay, so it's just a flip-flop of what we did on the last one. And then we're gonna flip the points. Flip the points. Okay, so we made the x stayed the same, the y became the opposite of it, and then we flip the points. Okay, so this time it is a keep, change, flip. Okay, this is one of the reasons that I liked it when they called the other one 270, because then you could distinguish now it's more of a 90 counterclockwise than a 90 clockwise. So, all right, so let's look at a couple of examples of that. All right, let's say you have 4, 2. Okay, so you're going to keep your 4 the same, and you're going to change this to its opposite, and then flip them around. So -2, 4. All right, say we have -3, -2. This is gonna stay -3, this is gonna become a +2, and then we flip it around to -3. And that's our new points. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna try it again. Do your original, and then do your 90-degree counterclockwise. Okay, so the original points you're gonna work with are 8, 9, negative 9, negative 3, 8, negative 2, and negative 1, 0. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and do those 4 and then come back and check your answers. Okay, so for these ones, you should have changed each of the second ones. Negative 9, positive 3, positive 2, and that's going to stay 0. And then flip them around. Negative 9, 8, 3, negative 9, 2, 8, and 0, negative 1. Okay, so hopefully you did good on that. Here, what I want you to do is take a picture of all of these notes, so however you need to do that, and submit it into Seesaw. And then come back. We're going to do a table with a couple different rotations on it. You can take one point and rotate it different ways. Okay, so do that. Submit your notes in Seesaw and then come back. Okay, so here's the next sheet that you have to do. Just get this off the assistant desk. And when you are done, you are going to submit it in Seesaw. Just take the picture, submit it in Seesaw. I would highly suggest that you write the rule up at the top of the column before you start. Go back into your notes and write the rule. And I think that will help a lot. And then I would do one thing at a time. Now remember, you are always going back to the original point to make sure it is this point right here that you are translating, you know, here, here, and here. But wherever's crossed out, you don't have to actually do the translation. So just do it, the rotation. Just do it here and here for this one, you know, here and here for this one. Okay, but always go back to the original point. Okay, so you can do it.